You've heard of the Bible's greatest mysteries, but what about the secrets left out of it? The Vatican guards ancient texts like hidden treasure, and none are more explosive than the Book of Enoch. Banned, suppressed, and whispered about for centuries, this forbidden scripture reveals truths about angels, demons, and the origins of evil that the Church doesn't want you to know. So why won't the Pope talk about it? Because Enoch's visions clash with official doctrine. This isn't just some dusty old scroll, it's a first-hand account from Noah's great-grandfather, a man who walked with God, ascended to heaven, and returned with warnings so dire, they were literally erased from history. The Book of Enoch exposes the real story behind Genesis 6, the one your priest never taught you. It describes fallen angels, called the Watchers, who abandoned heaven to take human wives, corrupting the earth with forbidden knowledge and birthing monstrous giants. These weren't just myths. Early Christians believed this. The Dead Sea Scrolls prove it. So why was it cut from the Bible? Because some truths are too dangerous. Enoch's book reveals that the Great Flood wasn't just about punishing humanity, it was a divine reset, an attempt to wipe out the genetic abominations created by these rogue angels. And here's the kicker. The New Testament hints at this. Jude quotes Enoch directly. Peter references the Watchers. The early church knew, until someone decided you shouldn't. This is the untold history of heaven's rebellion, earth's corruption, and the secrets buried by time. But the truth won't stay hidden forever. Now, let's dig deeper into why this book was buried. The Book of Enoch doesn't just describe fallen angels, it names them. Shemenhaza, Azazel, Kokabiel, powerful beings who taught humanity war, sorcery, and forbidden sciences. These weren't just rebellious spirits, they were architects of chaos. And according to Enoch, their corruption was so vast that heaven itself intervened with fire, flood, and chains. But here's where things get even stranger. Enoch describes a journey through the cosmos, places beyond Earth where these fallen watchers were imprisoned in darkness. He calls them the hollows of the earth and the abyss. Sound familiar? The Bible mentions these places too, Tartarus, the abyss where demons plead not to be sent. But Enoch gives us the backstory. He explains who is locked away there and why. And then there's the most chilling detail of all. These fallen angels didn't just fall, they bred. Their offspring, the Nephilim, were giants of old, warriors of renown. But they weren't just mythic heroes, they were abominations, hybrids that defied the natural order. Some scholars believe their DNA still lingers, hidden in ancient legends of demigods and monsters. The Bible calls them mighty men of old, but Enoch reveals the horrifying truth. They were the reason the flood had to come. So why does this matter today? Because the Book of Enoch forces us to ask, what else was erased from history? If the Watchers really fell, if their children really walked the earth, then the past is far darker than we've been told. And if these secrets were hidden once, what else is still waiting to be uncovered? So where does this leave us? If the Book of Enoch was known by Jesus' disciples, quoted in the New Testament, and revered by early Christians, why was it cast out like some dangerous heresy? The uncomfortable truth is that organized religion has always decided what you're allowed to know. Some truths are deemed too explosive, too complex, too terrifying for the pews. But the clues were left behind, breadcrumbs in Scripture. When Jude warns of angels who did not keep their proper domain, he's quoting Enoch word for word. When Peter writes about God throwing the rebellious into Tartarus, he's referencing Enoch's visions. Even Paul's cryptic mention of the principalities and powers in heavenly places takes on new meaning when you've read what Enoch saw. Here's the final revelation. The Vatican didn't just omit Enoch, they replaced his story with a sanitized version. No more talk of angelic rebellions, genetic corruption, or imprisoned watchers. Just a simplified tale of human sin and divine punishment. But the floodgates are opening now. With the Dead Sea Scrolls rediscovered and scholars piecing together lost history, we're finally seeing the Bible's uncensored backstory. So what do you believe? Was Enoch a madman? Or a prophet who saw too much? Were the Watchers myths? Or a warning? The truth has been buried for millennia, but it's clawing its way back to the surface. If this shook your understanding of Scripture, imagine what else is still hidden. The comment section is yours. Drop your theories below. And if you're ready to go deeper down the rabbit hole, hit subscribe. Because this was just the beginning. The past isn't done speaking.